Hello guys, let's do another English practice lesson. So today we will read that article that is about 98% of South Korean parents want smartphone limits. It was posted July 9th, 2026, level intermediate. So some vocabulary restriction allow or rule that limits what is allowed to happen or be done, harmful, likely or able to cause harm or damage, content, something that appears on a website, in a magazine, etc., conflict, a serious disagreement or argument, alternative available as another option or choice, access, to get or extract computer information. Okay, let's start the article. So almost all South Korean parents think that there should be restrictions on smartphone use for children. That's according to a survey done by lawmaker Kim Young-ho from the Democratic Party of Korea. About 52,000 parents of elementary, middle, and high school children were surveyed. They all come from the areas of Seoul, Incheon, and South Gyeongsang. I think that the three are cities names. Yeah. So yeah, 52,000 parents. I think it's a big number to a survey. Yeah. In total, 98.1% said they think that there should be some restrictions on smartphone use. When asked about the negative effects of smartphones, parents noted that they increase the risk of children seeing harmful content online, affect schoolwork, and cause family conflict. The survey also found that over 92% of parents would be willing to let their children use an alternative device that came with restrictions instead of a smartphone. Yeah, I agree 100% with that. Devices like this would let children do basic things like make calls. That I don't know, even that it's necessary to a children make calls, but okay. But they wouldn't be able to access harmful content. Yeah, that is the main thing. Yeah. King said that the survey shows parents know about the risks of smartphones but feel that they have no choice but to provide their kids with one. He said that a restricted alternative device is the best solution to the problem. Smartphone ownership among kids and teens in South Korea is very high. The Korea Information Society Development Institute found that almost 99% of those aged 10 to 19 have a smartphone. It's definitely a high number. Almost 100% of them have a smartphone. Yeah. Around the world, governments have been talked about ways to restrict social media and smartphone use for children. The UK government recently announced a ban on social media for under 16s that will begin in the spring of 2027. That is great. Yeah, I think it is a necessary movement. Let's move on to the questions. How many parents were surveyed? So it was about 52,000 of parents. What percent of South Korea parents would be willing to let their children use a restricted device? I guess it is over 92%. When will the UK's ban on social media for under 16s begin? In 2027. So I will just check that the second one. I think that is yeah, over 92% alternative device. That's it. Okay, let's move on to the exercise 4 discussion. What are your thoughts on the survey's finds? I found interesting. It's a necessary study and movement that the government needs to do. I think that's protect our children. Yeah. And do you think there should be restrictions on smartphone use for children? Definitely. I think children doesn't need to use smartphone unless to study, but to study they can use the parents' computer or smartphone, whatever. But yeah, I definitely agree with the restriction. If you had kids, when would you let them get a smartphone? It's hard to answer because I don't have a kid, but probably after the 12 age, but with some restriction because I know that is can be harmful to the kid. How do you think parents should manage their children's smartphone use? I think some smartphone can have some control to the parents. I'm not sure about that, but I think that it exists. But I think the parents needs follow closely your children's see what content they are consuming and then block if it can be harmful if it's a social media it's not necessary to our children. Yeah. Is your government considering any smartphone bans or restrictions for kids? Here in Brazil, I think not. I didn't hear some movement relation about that. So yeah, I think no. Further discussion. How much screen time did you get growing up? I grew up without screen time because I had my smartphone with 15 age. How old were you when you got your first phone? I was with 15, I think. How much screen time do you get each day? I'm trying managing that. It's hard, but at least an hour each day. But I would like avoid completely that. Do you set limits for your own smartphone use? I've already uh, set some limit, but it's hard to manage that. But I don't have installed social media, so I think that's already helping me a lot. Do you think it's important for parents to be good role models when it comes to phone use? Definitely, the parents needs shows to the children that it's not important for anyone. It's not so necessary to anyone. So yeah, I agree with that. So we finished that one. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.